Yeah.
As a very like loose Superman fan, I haven't actually read any of the comics. I know of the, larger canon, that kind of thing. What did you think of that storyline with Jor-El?
I have been super into Smallville, and that is the angle Smallville takes for the Kryptonians and for Jor-El. For like eventually they kind of shifted and changed
Retcon
it.
it a little bit.
Not necessarily retcon, but retcon it for all intents and purposes. So I've been really into that, and so I was super ready for them to do something like that. Much like the Batman, Matt Reeves' Batman, made the Waynes a little bit darker than they typically are held. Now there's more comic basis for that. There's not zero comic base for the Jor-El and Krypton being pretty evil. Not necessarily evil, but like selfish, I should say.
Yeah.
They're not sending him benevolently. They're sending him to preserve their species.
Yeah.
There's more comic book basis for that too, but not as much. I kind of called it as soon as they're like, the message is damaged. I was like, okay, so they're gonna be bad in the second part of the message. But as a storytelling device, and as this movie, which this movie is very much, like we said, is very much about things, it thematically works perfectly, right?
Yeah.
Like, again, it's comes to that Pa Kent scene, which we'll get to, which left me in absolute tears every time I've watched it.
Yeah.
It plays into that. It's like the 1-2 hand of it. I think it works brilliantly, right? Like, this movie's so about you are your choices, your actions. They literally say it. It's not a subtle movie, but it doesn't need to be. It shouldn't be in a lot of ways.